Hello, I'm Sister Sheila, and today we are talking about the M&M value of compassion. Compassion comes from the Latin "cum and passionis," to suffer with somebody else. It's when we reach out to somebody, not out of pity, but to empathise and walk in their shoes. One of the best stories I've heard recently about compassion comes from one of our sisters in South Sudan. She was giving a workshop to some women, and halfway through the workshop, a woman came in carrying a baby. And the baby was disruptive, crying, and the mother was agitated. And she, what's the word, suppressed feelings of irritation. And she told the woman to sit down and wait, and that she would talk to her after the meeting. So she did. She went over to her and she said, "Is anything wrong?" And the woman then told her story. The baby was blind and was epileptic. She had been living in the village with her husband. Her husband went off to join the army, and in the army he was killed. When she went to collect his body to bring home for burial, the people in the village destroyed her house. And not alone destroyed it, they stole the door, they stole the bricks, and they even took off the grass roof. So at the moment she was living under a tree. When the weather got very, very bad, one of the neighbours let her use to stay in the night shed for a couple of nights, but then she had to leave again. So this was the story she presented at the clinic, and the sister was moved to compassion. And she went home to the other sisters and said, "We have to do something, we have to help this woman." So with the resources they had, they managed to get bricks and get a new house built for the neighbour. The neighbours, I think, were ashamed that they had done what they did and helped to build the new house. They also enrolled her in a course where she could earn a trade and earn money for herself and for her children. The little boy, who was blind and epileptic, got treatment, and the older child had a school fees paid for him to go back to school. So this is compassion in action. This week we are called to look at compassion, our compassion to others, and also our compassion to ourselves. Do I look after myself well enough so that I'm able to reach out in compassion to others? Think about it this week as you reflect on the questions below in the email, and you'll receive another email for us next week. Thank you.